Today I'm teaching you how to use Audacity beginner level. So this is basically a couple of the starter things, but it could help some people that are veterans in case you don't know some keybinds or just want some tips. But simply put, if you haven't already, go ahead and install Audacity from the official Audacity website. But I'm assuming you've already done this, so we're going to go right over here. So how Audacity works is it works with tracks. As you can see here, audio 1 is my current track. There's a left and the right, and that's kind of how it works, as if you were using headphones to listen to audio. So obviously if you go down here, you could right click and add a mono track, a stereo track, or anything else. I usually go with the default of stereo track, as it, again, plays headphones from left and right. So you basically get better audio. I wouldn't recommend mono unless you're doing something very oddly specific. Right off the bat, a simple way you can use this is by hitting File and then either creating new or importing something if you already have something, whether it's music or anything of that sort. And if that doesn't work, you simply just have to convert it. Literally just Google the conversion that you're trying to do. Either it's from like WAV to MP4 or MP3, anything of that sort. And that should probably help your case. The basic controls to use here are these up here. So for this example, I'm going to go ahead and record, hitting the red button up here, some of my voice, and then hitting stop. A tip here is if you hit R on your keyboard, it'll start recording, and if you hit spacebar on your keyboard, it'll stop recording. So that's a really simple, easy keybind to just kind of memorize, as you'll be recording your voice using this. And so let's say you have a really long audio and you want to zoom in and your scroll wheel isn't working, but don't worry, that's pretty standard. So all you have to do is hold control and then zoom, and then all of a sudden you'll be able to zoom in and out of everything. And let's say your audio file looks something like this or something like that. If you scroll on this side, it basically either extends it or shrinks it. So it's up to you how you want your audio to look. While recording, just a bit of a tip, make sure this is where you want it to be. These are your little audio notches. So if you put it here, it'll play it at 100%. But as you can see here, my mic is being played at 69% during the recording phase. So I see some people having it at 0% and going like, hey, why does my mic not pick up? And just in case you haven't already, if these don't automatically work, you just have to hit audio setup. Let me pause it real quick. Hit audio setup and then set your devices that you are using both for your mic and both for your headset that you're listening to the audio on. If you're confused about which ones to select, just go down here, right click and hit sound settings. And here it'll give you the defaults that are already on your computer, and you could just copy them over onto Audacity. Another useful thing is, as you can see here, there are gaps in my audio, and if you want to remove that, all you have to do is go over there, hit and hold left click, select all that you want removed, and then hit delete on your keyboard. Super simple. Another thing you could do at the end here is you can go up here at the top right corner and then drag it over, cropping the entire section. You could also move around the section if you'd like. It's entirely up to you and what you're using for it. So let's say you did this and you made a mistake. You can always hit Control Z on your keyboard to undo what it is you last did. So as you can see, the movement that I did, I can undo it as many times as I want. And let's say you didn't want that to happen, you can redo it by holding Control and hitting Control Y. Boom. And all of these can be found up here with the keybinds. Same thing with the record and the stop and pause. You can see the keybinds if you just hover over it with your mouse, and it'll show it right there. Another useful feature is noise reduction. Some people have a lot of background noise and want it removed. I'm going to show you how to do that really quick. You select the background noise. As you can kind of see, it's these little knobs. Make sure it's selected, hit Effect, then go over down to Noise Removal, then Noise Reduction, and then press Get Noise Profile. Then after you did that, select everything you want the noise removal to affect, noise removal, noise reduction, and then hit OK. But keep in mind, you can change all these to your preferred outcome. These settings are fine for me, but it might not be fine for you. So just make sure you play around with these. Once you have the one you want, hit OK, and then all of a sudden, it basically removes all the background noise from this entire thing. So that's, I think, one of the most useful features that Audacity does have, especially if you don't have the best mic or you have a loud background. So another thing is also, let's say your voice or your microphone picks up your audio and it's really, really low. One thing that you can do to fix this is by going to Effect, then hitting on Volume, then Amplify. And then here, you just bring it up a notch, and as you can see, if I hit Apply, it makes my voice really, really loud. So again, it's something you just kind of play around with until you get your desired outcome. So obviously, this is an audio creation tool, and for you to actually use this, you'd want to export the audios into a format where you can send either audios to your friends or just to someone else. And so the way you do that is hit File, Export Audio, and then you could export to Computer, And this is what I like to do. So name it whatever you want, make sure you have the desired location, and then you select your format with all of these. So I love using WAV, it's done me really well, and so boom, if I just hit export, as you can see, it'll basically insta export since my audio isn't that long. And yeah, that's kind of it. If this helped you, consider subscribing, and I hope you have a good one. Enjoy recording your audios.